What are you all doing? Master Son, we got the entire kitchen closed for the dinner rush on Dragon Boat Festival night. What the hell is going on out there? The front of house is completely swamped with orders. Customers are yelling so loud. They're about to blow the roof off this place.
Boss Sheng, we've all been pushing way too hard these past few holidays. My old rheumatism flared up bad. I honestly can't stand on my feet anymore.
I know all of you have been working super hard with all these orders during the holiday, but there's still dozens of tables of customers waiting out there. Just get the stoves going and get us through this peak rush. Once the holiday's over, everyone gets 2 days off, plus an extra 1,000 yuan bonus for all your hard work.
Only $1,000? Does Boss Sheng think we're beggars?
So what do you want then?
The boys and I talked it over. We're demanding 40% equity of this restaurant. Plus full control over all kitchen purchasing, what we buy and where we buy it from. I get to call all the shots.
Master Son, this demand of yours is completely out of the question, don't you think?
Boss Sheng, if you sign off on this, I promise all these customers out there will get treated better than my own mom. But if you don't agree, there's no way these stoves are getting lit today. That's right, no way. Nearly 100 people came here today just for my pork with chili peppers. If I don't cook today, before long, they're gonna tear this place apart.
Sun Chong, you've been working here for 2 years now. Your monthly salary plus bonuses has never been lower than 40,000 yuan.
Cut the crap. I'm sick of this dead-end salary. Just answer me, are you gonna sign this contract or not?
Fine, Sun Chong. You chose this path yourself. Don't you dare regret it. Today is the 20th. I'll pay you for a full month, including you and expenses. Total wages up to 53,000 yuan. Pull out your payment QR code.
What do you mean by this?
You're all fired.
Jinglin, have you lost your mind? You dare kick us out? Today I'm gonna see just what you're gonna do. Without us here to cook the food for you. Don't go crying and crawling back begging me later.
I'll transfer your wages to your bank cards. Now pack your things and get the hell out of here. My kitchen doesn't need people with no conscience.
Are we having our food? When the hell are you gonna bring our out?
Sorry everyone, just hold on a little longer. Please be patient.
How long have we been waiting? Still no food. We're starting to enter.
And this is supposed to be a popular internet famous shop? Avoid it at all costs.
To all our customers, we are truly sorry. After an internal investigation, we found that the back kitchen has been using substandard food and additives. For everyone's safety, all orders placed tonight will be canceled and fully refunded. What's more, out of my own pocket, I will compensate every table 200 yuan. We are really sorry that you ended up eating low-quality food here.
What a garbage place. I'm never coming back again.
Definitely avoid this place from now on. What a crummy shop. Ha ha ha. With that idiot running things? Without my skills. That shop of his will go under in a month, tops. It won't even take a month. I give it 3 days, max ha ha ha. Are you crazy? How dare you fire me?
I'll say it again. Pull out your payment QR code, get your money, and get out.
I'm the one who built up the shop's good reputation. Without my pork with chili, this shop is nothing.
Oof. You keep going on about your pork with chili. Huh? Fine. Then let's sort this out nice and clear.
What do you think you're doing?
This is your famous pork with chili. This is you, fighting so hard to get the purchasing power.
I'm cutting costs for the shop. How else are we supposed to make a profit?
Oof, cutting costs? Then why does the account book show that the monthly procurement cost has only gone up instead of down?
What?
Sun Chong, you feed customers this low-quality meat? Don't you have any shame as a chef?
So what if the meat's not that good? Customers come here for the taste. As long as I add my secret seasoning, they'll still eat it up and love every bite.
Oof. Secret seasoning, huh? Okay.
What's wrong with that?
You recklessly add chili flavoring and flavor enhancers with no limits. And that's your so-called secret seasoning. Aren't you worried this will make customers sick?
Stop spreading nonsense. They can't even tell the difference between good and bad anyway. Besides, there are so many dodgy additives and sketchy ingredients everywhere else, and I haven't seen anyone get sick from it yet.
You can cheat people with these dirty tricks if you want, but not in my shop, Shunglin shop. No way. Brother Lee, bring 300 gene of fresh meat to the restaurant tomorrow, the best quality you have, and 500 gene of chili peppers too. I've already transferred the money to you. All these sketchy additives and harmful ingredients don't just ruin people's health. They also break the trust of our regular customers. All got to be thrown away. Lee Chun,
Boss Sheng. This iron bucket's heavy. I'll handle it.
how come you're back? Didn't you leave with Sun Chong?
Boss Sheng, people gotta know gratitude. Back then I dropped out, was young, nobody wanted me. You were the one who hired me at the restaurant. I might have starved otherwise. I can't let you down.
Usually Chun-Zi seems a bit simple. Didn't expect him to be so loyal.
Boss Sheng. What do we do now?
First, clean the kitchen inside and out. Open for business on time tomorrow.
Opening. Boss Sheng, Sunchang's gone. Who's gonna be the chef?
The cart will find its way when it gets to the mountain. If all else fails, there's still me.
Alright, I'll listen to you.
Chun-Zi, you've worked hard tonight. Go get some sleep. Just come back tomorrow at 4 p.m.
Okay, Boss Sheng, you get some rest too.
I'll head back after the kitchen ingredients arrive at 5.
I'm off.
Since you all think I'm done for, then tomorrow I'll show you what a real, overwhelming advantage looks like.
Boss Sheng, our tune here. Isn't it set a bit too high? In this market now, without a bit of tech boost, customers' tastes are spoiled. What if they think our flavor's too bland?
Chun-Zi, remember this. A person's tongue can be fooled, but not their stomach. Sunchong, that kind of fragrance built on chemicals. It's overpowering, leaves you thirsty after eating. What we're making is the freshness of the ingredients themselves.
A 100K bounty? Boasting, right? That neighbor's aroma. You can smell it 2 streets away. What flavor could this have? This is the one that got busted for poison in the kitchen a couple days ago, right?
The owner changed.
Folks, neighbors, I'm the owner of this place. Sheng Lin. The scandal from a couple days ago was my mismanagement. I admit defeat and paid up starting today. I, Sheng Lin, am personally taking charge of the kitchen. Boasting or not, dinner service starts at 4 p.m. Come in and taste for yourselves. Sun Chong used to save money by using zombie meat frozen for half a year. So he had to load up on flavor enhancers and chili extract. To mask that rot, our meat was slaughtered fresh this morning. Still warm.
Boss Sheng, we've never seen your knife skills before.
My Sheng family has 3 generations of chefs. I wanted to be a hands-off manager, but I've been forced to this point. Watch closely. Chun-Zi. The soul of stir-fried pork with chilies isn't the heat, but the wok hei, and the fat's natural aroma. Sunchong, you think mastering chemical formulas means mastering cooking? Today, I'll show you what a real curb stomp battle looks like.
Boss Lin, look at him. He really thinks selling plain boiled meat will get customers. These days, without my secret recipe, if his business can boom. I'll walk backwards. He's digging his own grave. His reputation is already ruined. What's the point of honest business? He's a joke in the business world. Let's go in and give him a push. Hey, Boss Sheng, congrats on the grand opening. Why don't I see a single customer? How about I give you some support, brother? Let's start with 10 plates of stir-fried pork with chilies.
Boss Lin, your presence honors my humble shop. But I'm afraid my dishes, your stomach used to tech food, won't be able to handle it.
Enough talk, Xing Lin. Serve the food. We want to see what the so-called authentic taste is all about. This smell, it's different. Why is it so pleasant? Not like the neighbor's smell that gives you a headache. This is real meat aroma. Back in my village, at feasts. This was the smell. Smelling good is useless. Must be some higher grade seasoning. Impossible. Without flavor enhancers, how could he get rid of the pork's gamey smell? The juices in this meat slice are alive. Master Son, say something. Is it particularly bad? This.
Boss Lin, Master Son, how's the taste? I didn't use chili extract. I used 3 types of chilies for a layered complexity. No flavor enhancers. I used the original aroma from rendered pork cracklings.
Boss, I'll take 2 plates. No, free. I want some too. Taste the confidence that comes with a 100,000 yuan bounty.
Give my kid one too. Stuff with no additives. You can eat it with peace of mind.
Boss Lin, looks like your support is paying off. But the seats here are pricey now. Anyone without real skill can't hold them down.
Boss Sheng, you're a genius. Tonight's revenue is actually pretty higher than what's here. And I'll repeat customers asking if we'll have new dishes tomorrow.
This is just the first step. Lin Feng and Sun Chong won't let this go. They control the supply chain. Soon, they'll strangle us on ingredients.
What do we do then? Our fresh meat and chili come from Brotherly. What if Lin Feng offers to buy him out?
Oomph. That's why I call this a dimensional strike. He thinks I'm fighting a price or PR war, but I'm fighting the entire industry chain. The night I fired Sun Chong, I signed custom deals with several suburban farms. We don't want generic market goods. We want truly green ingredients. For Lin Feng to block me, he'd have to buy off every farmer in the city.
Sun Chong, you said without you, his place would close. Now look, customers are flocking to him. Boss Lin, I never imagined that Shingai was hiding such depths. I can't crack his recipe. It's pure heat control and top-tier ingredients. I can't learn it. Lao Hei, if the open approach fails, we go covert. He touts healthy, additive-free, right? Boss Lin means find a chance to add something special to his ingredients. If someone gets sick at his place, or banned substances are found, that sign of his will instantly become his tombstone. Who's there? Where?
Been waiting for you. Boss Lin, this poisoning frame-up is a bit cliche, don't you think? From the day Sun Chong left, every corner of this kitchen has 360-degree, no blind spot cameras, linked straight to my phone. Lao Hei, do you want to talk at the station? Or take me to see Boss Lin?
Boss Sheng, so early in the morning. Why are you holding my temp worker? This is outrageous.
Temp worker? Boss Lin, this temp is quite dedicated, breaking into my freezer in the dead of night, holding a bottle of unknown contents, a high-efficiency additive. Boss Lin, should I read the chemical name on this bottle for everyone?
Don't you dare slander. Who saw him in your shop? It's easy to fake surveillance footage.
Good point, Master Son. So I brought not just the video, but also Lao Hei's confession, just recorded. Lao Hei, tell everyone. Who paid you to poison the food?
Boss Lin said he'd give me 20,000 to change the taste of Xinglin's dishes.
How despicable. Poisoning when you can't compete. Who would dare eat at such a place?
I just thought Lin's place was bold and tasty. Turns out it's all dirty tricks. Shut up. Xinglin, what do you want? Are you trying to drive me to ruin?
Boss Lin, when you poached Sun Chong, hoping to see me shut down, did you leave me a way out? I'm not here today to send Lao Hei to jail. That's for the police. I'm here to tell you. Your underhanded tactics are pathetic. To thank everyone for supporting Shang's Kitchen and to warn unscrupulous competitors, starting tomorrow, we'll feature an anti-chemical demonstration dish daily. I'll show how to achieve richer flavor than any essence, without a single chemical drop. Lin Feng, I don't want you in prison. I want you to watch your business. Be utterly crushed by the integrity you despise.
Boss Cheng, this is the demo dish? Boiled white radish? What flavor could this have? Sun Chong next door made some. Secret concentrated bone broth, white as milk.
Chunzi, this is your first lesson. The finest ingredients often require the simplest cooking methods. But simple here means skill. Why is Sun Chong's broth white? That's carbon dioxide and non-dairy creamer, a chemical reaction. The whiteness we want comes from the collagen and oils of the ingredients themselves, emulsified under high heat. Watch closely, everyone. I didn't use a single grain of MSG in the soup. The umami comes from a combination of crucian, carp bones, and dried scallops. The sweetness comes from this frostbitten white radish. Those so-called flavor enhancers make your mouth dry because they numb your taste buds. But my soup leaves a sweet aftertaste.
My goodness, the feeling of this soup going down my throat is like a warm current. Going straight into my stomach. So comfortable. Before, after eating hot pot, I need 3 bottles of water. Eating Boss Cheng's food, I feel like I could drink 3 more bowls of soup. How is this possible? He even controls the cooking temperature with such precision. This level of understanding of ingredient properties isn't a gap that can be bridged with a few bottles of chemicals. This is a true dimensional attack. He's fundamentally negating the craft of my entire life. Sun Chong, didn't you say you had mastered his recipe? Why is our radish soup coming out bitter? Why did the customer spit it out after 1 sip? Boss Lin, it's not a problem with the recipe. It's the ingredients. The radish Lin uses is a special red hard radish shipped from the north. The water is soft water filtered 3 times. What we use is the cheapest junk on the market. How can we compare? Ingredients. Fine. He cares about ingredients, does he? I'll make sure he has money. But can't buy ingredients. Boss Lin, the thing you wanted is done. I've spoken to the largest vegetable and meat wholesaler in this area. Starting tomorrow. No legitimate supplier. Here's Hai Lin. Haha, Sheng Lin, what good is your skill? Without rice. What kind of meal can you, a clever wife, cook? I'll make you starve to death guarding your empty kitchen. Boss Cheng, I'm sorry. Orders came from above. We won't be taking your orders anymore. I'll refund your deposit. Try somewhere else. Hey, how can you do this? We have a contract. The penalty fee from Boss Lin's side is more than my shipping costs for a year. Boss Cheng, you've offended someone you shouldn't have. Boss Cheng, this must be Lin Feng's doing. He's trying to cut off our supplies. The current stock in the kitchen will only last until tonight.
As expected, someone like Lin Feng. I can only think of this desperate move. That hurts us as much as it hurts them.
So what do we do? Go buy fresh from the market now? Not only are the prices high, but the quality is also unreliable.
Chunzi, don't panic. Those suburban farmers I asked you to contact earlier, did they get back to us?
They did, but they said they don't have refrigerated transport. They can't deliver the goods.
We don't need them to deliver. Since Lin Feng wants to play Monopoly, we'll go straight to the source. Tell Brother Lee to bring out our idle van. We'll go to the fields and pick it up ourselves.
Boss Cheng, I never thought you'd come personally. Those other wholesalers always drove the price down hard. They'd reject anything that wasn't perfect. But you offer a good price and teach us scientific farming.
Uncle, your vegetables are great. No pesticides, no forced ripening. That's the real treasure. I, Sheng Lin, am in business for the long haul. I can't let honest people get the short end of the stick.
Boss Cheng, this move of yours is brilliant. We bypass the wholesalers, so our costs are actually lower. And the freshness of these greens? No one in the whole city can beat it.
Lin Feng thinks controlling the wholesalers means controlling the source. He doesn't know the real source is in the hands of these hardworking farmers.
Ha ha ha, wow, this produce looks so fresh. Boss, is this the legendary private garden direct supply?
That's right, everyone. Starting today, all ingredients at Shung's Bistro come exclusively from our partnered Eco Farm. From harvest to the wok, it takes less than 4 hours.
How is this possible? Where did he get the vehicles? Where are his connections? Why would those farmers listen to him? Boss Lin, don't you get it yet? Xing Lin isn't just running a restaurant. He's winning people's hearts. You offer money. He offers respect and a way out. That's something. Wholesalers can't give, and you can't give either. Winning hearts. Fine. Then I'll show him how fragile people's hearts are in the face of profit. Sun Chong, go contact that food blogger. Iggy, Brother Wong.
Tell him.
As long as he can write a hit piece on Xing Lin's restaurant. Name his price. Folks, today Brother Wong takes you to check out this recently viral internet famous restaurant. I heard the boss swears by all natural ingredients here. Brother Wong, everyone knows I don't mince my words. If I find any dirty tricks here, you all know what's coming. Boss Xing doesn't look like a good guy from the get-go. When we walked in just now, he deliberately kicked our door threshold.
A guest is a guest. Just treat him normally. If he wants to look around, let him look to his heart's content.
Guys, look at this dish. The color is so dull, you can tell there's no coloring added. And the flavor is so plain, how can this taste good? I think this boss is just ripping people off. Selling overpriced food under the guise of being healthy. This meat is so dry and tough. Boss, what kind of meat are you using here? Is this pork from a pig that died of disease?
Friend, the meat is tough because I didn't add any tenderizer. It looks dull because I didn't add lemon yellow food coloring. As for that disease pork nonsense, take a look at this. This is the quarantine certificate from this early morning. And this is the real-time video of the pig slaughter. Brother Wong, right? How much did Lin Feng pay you to sell out even your basic sense of taste?
What nonsense are you talking? I'm a fair and impartial reviewer. Everyone look. The greedy boss is threatening me.
Brother Wong, since you're an expert, help everyone figure out what's in this bottle.
How would I know what that is?
This is top-grade compound flavor enhancer, the kind that Lin Feng's restaurant uses all the time. Just one drop in water, and you can mimic the umami flavor you just talked about. Brother Wong, if you dare drink this in public, I'll admit my meat has problems.
Why you're trying to murder me? This stuff is so concentrated. How can you drink it straight?
So you do know you can't drink it straight. Then why did you mislead your fans during the live stream just now, when you said my all-natural ingredients aren't as good as this chemical garbage? Doesn't your conscience hurt?
I've seen this blogger before. He took money to smear several other restaurants before. Everyone look. He's panicking. Boss Sheng, Lin's restaurant next door hasn't made a move these days. But I heard Lin Feng went to the provincial capital to hire people. It sounds like a professional team that does lab-engineered food. All we do every day is teach locals how to cook radishes. Can we really beat them?
Chunzi, what do you think is the hardest thing to deal with when cooking radishes?
The skin? Or that earthy smell?
It's the core. If the radish core gets old, no matter how long you simmer it, it's still just mushy garbage. Doing things just like cooking, the trick is balancing softness and firmness. What Lin Feng chases is an instant explosion of flavor. That's just a mirage built up from chemical additives. What I need to do is let diners recover their tongue's memory of the land.
Dr. Chen, this stuff can really make people's taste buds get addicted? It's called a taste receptor enhancer. It can, in a short time, open up the gate of people's taste buds and make ordinary ingredients taste like top-notch delicacies. As long as the dosage is properly controlled, no one will ever find out. Boss Lin Qinglin. He's been running the anti-technology cooking teaching these days, and his reputation is growing bigger and bigger. Even the media has started paying attention, saying traditional cooking is making a comeback. The media? The media loves nothing more than a reversal. Sun Chong, get ready for the cooking preliminary next week. I want to make Xing Lin under the spotlight. Smash his own reputation with his own hands. Boss Sheng, bad news. Those guys went to the village.
Uncle, take it easy, Uncle.
The people from Linji said they want to rent all the vegetable plots in our entire village. They signed an exclusive agreement. If anyone dares to sell anything to you privately after that, the village cooperative will kick us out. This is absolutely outrageous. They're trying to cut us off at the root.
Lin Feng, you want to trap us on an isolated island, cutting the ground from under our feet. Lin Feng, you underestimate the power of land too much. You think controlling the contracts means you can control the harvest. But you don't know that a true craftsman can turn waste into treasure.
The theme for tomorrow's preliminary is freshness of season. We don't even have a proper batch of leafy greens now. How can we compete?
Who says umami can only come from expensive ingredients? Chun-Zi, go to our cellar and bring out that jar of 3-year-old aged brine.
Isn't that only for strong flavored dishes?
Extreme age can often give birth to extreme freshness. What we're making is new life out of decay.
Dear audience, the theme of today's preliminary is freshness. The Linji team, they adopted the cutting-edge supercritical extraction technology, striving to restore the molecular level freshness of the ingredients.
Just you wait, those lousy rotten potatoes Xinglin brought. They won't even catch the judge's eyes. This umami, it's like fireworks going off right on your tongue. It's so intense.
It's certainly fresh, but why after eating it, my throat feels a little dry?
Contestant Cheng, is this really your entry? Isn't this a bit too sloppy for this occasion?
Everyone, please close your eyes and take a sniff.
What did you put in this soup?
Old brine for the base, dried mushrooms for color, and finally, these potatoes touched by frost. They may look ugly, but to fight the cold, they've stored the most sugar.
Chef Sun's dish is a triumph of technology. But Boss Shing's dish is a gift of time. Impossible. My extract is the highest concentration. How could I lose to a few potatoes?
Sun Chong, you've forgotten. The human tongue isn't a precision instrument. The umami you give is dead, but my flavor is alive.
Can't even win a preliminary? That old man Lu. Was he bought off by Xinglin? Boss Lin. I think. Xinglin seems to have seen through our formula. During the match, he deliberately mentioned dead flavor. So what if he saw through? The prelim was just a warm-up. I've already gotten the topic for the final round in advance. It's an area he absolutely cannot complete. Sun Chong, contact that big shot brother Wang. Last time he lost face. But he has connections in the black market. I want Xinglin to completely disappear from the culinary world. Before the finals. Sorry, we're sold out of ingredients today. Boss Sheng, I'm from the Provincial Food Association. Someone reported you, saying you illegally added banned ingredients to your teaching dishes to smear your competitors.
Reported? Evidence?
This was found in your shop's backdoor trash bin. How is this possible? We've never seen this before.
Lin Feng's methods really are monotonous as ever.
Boss Sheng, if you can't prove your innocence, you'll be disqualified from tomorrow's finals.
Proving innocence doesn't require words, sir. Since you're an expert, dare to make a bet with me?
What bet?
Right now, I'll use this so-called banned substance to make a dish. You'll never forget. But if I can prove, this bottle doesn't contain seasoning at all, you have to agree to one condition for me.
Boss Sheng, you're crazy. If this goes in the pot, we'll really be unable to explain. Contestant Cheng, I warn you, if you attempt to destroy evidence or perform dangerous operations, I'll notify the police immediately.
Mr. He, since you're an expert, you should know. This kind of enhancer produces a true color reaction when exposed to strong alkali. A reaction at this concentration proves this bottle was just bottled and hasn't even had time to oxidize with air. If it were my long-used seasoning, the bottle mouth would have dry crystals and a darker red color.
You're saying someone planted this recently?
Not only that, Mr. He, look at the batch number on the bottle bottom. This was purchased by Lin's restaurant just last week. The batch of industrial cleaner. Lin Feng probably thought just slapping a contraband label on it would scare me.
Boss Sheng is quite observant. But the report also included a recording, claiming your apprentice admitted you taught them to use additives.
Recordings can be faked, but people's hearts can't. Mr. He, since you're here, why not stay for a simple meal? The kind without any extras.
Why no news yet? That he guy's been in there for 2 hours. They should have taken Xinglin away for questioning by now. Boss Lin, this Xinglin person. Isn't that easy to deal with? When he taught me before, he said a chef Who can't even secure their own kitchen doesn't deserve to hold a knife. What do you mean? Are you boosting his morale? I'm just thinking. If that investigator he really gets talked into staying for a meal, our whole plan might fall apart. It won't. I have a backup plan. I've already asked Big V Brother Wong to tell us the truth about Xinglin's departure from his old employer. I want him to lose not just technically, but to have his character completely tarnished. That's all.
The most basic dishes test the true flavor of the ingredients. Mr. He, you're used to delicacies in the provincial capital. Your taste buds are actually quite tired. Try this porridge.
This rice.
It's from Uncle Zhang's family. It was rejected by Lin Feng as substandard because it didn't look good. It couldn't be sold. But I soaked it in mountain spring water for 3 hours, added 3 drops of peanut oil, and simmered it gently. Flavor isn't added, it's awakened.
Didn't the old man say the produce on this street can only be sold to Lin's? We'll take this cart of goods. This is reserved for Boss Shang. You've already contracted the land. Can I even grow some vegetables in my own plot? In broad daylight, do you have no law? Hey, isn't that someone from Lin's shop? How come? You're fighting over groceries now? Lin Feng's really trying to push us to the point where we can't even buy a single scallion. Boss, it's no use. The vendors around here have all been warned by Lin Feng. All our supply channels are cut off now. We still haven't secured the main ingredients for the finals.
Cut off, so be it.
Huh. Then what are we competing with in the finals? Thin air?
Oomph. Lin Feng thinks controlling the market means controlling everything, but he forgot. Besides the market, this city has mountains and rivers. Chunzi, get ready. Tomorrow we're heading to the countryside, where Lin Feng's reach can't touch.
Boss, we're leaving behind the city's premium ingredients. To come here and dig for wild vegetables? Can we really beat Lin Feng's top-grade Heya black truffles?
Chunzi, have you ever heard of the spirit of the wild? Vegetables grown in greenhouses with chemical fertilizers. Look good, but they have no soul. Every wild plant here fights against rocks just to survive. The umami from that vitality can't be replicated in any lab. Master, you said the highest level of cooking is selflessness. I didn't understand before, always trying to prove myself and take down my rivals. But these past few days, I realized the real game changer is making those lost in greed. Afraid again, afraid of the simplest purity.
Ladies and gentlemen, today the citywide culinary finals begin. The theme is the taste of the future.
See these machines? They can season with 0.01 gram precision, perfectly replicating any top chef's timing. You should keep those rotten mushrooms for yourself.
Boss Lin, machines don't make mistakes, but they don't sweat. And they don't cry.
What's Boss Shing doing? Playing caveman?
Wait, he's nurturing the fire. He's using pine smoke to give the ingredients soul.
What's going on? Wasn't this system imported from Germany? Tested thousands of times in simulations? Why is it crashing now? Boss Lin, data. The data is overflowing. This machine's taste parameters are set too narrowly. He can't understand it. The humidity just changed suddenly, and it messed up the extraction concentration. His self-correction program is stuck in an infinite loop.
Machines can calculate the perfect level of saltiness, but they can never measure that tiny bit of comfort. A person gets drinking hot soup while standing in the cold wind. Lin Feng, you treat cooking like it's a math problem. But you've forgotten that food has a warm pulse of its own.
Boss Sheng, your fire's ready.
Master Lu, the heat's perfect for this dish. I don't need any fancy precision instruments. Just pine wood from these mountains, spring water from the creek, and these potatoes that all of you consider waste. Mushrooms.
Contestant Cheng, the theme is the flavor of the future. Even though Linji's equipment broke down, their whole philosophy is efficiency and standardization. How does this primitive cooking method represent the future at all?
The flavor of the future shouldn't be test tubes and a laboratory. It should be going back to our roots, when humanity has walked too far away, and even our tongues have forgotten the taste of the earth. Finding that original authenticity again. That's the future we need to head toward.
Boss Lin, sorry to bother you. We've already got evidence that your company illegally purchased industrial cleaning agents and tried to frame your competitors. Please come with us after the match ends. The umami is definitely pushed to the extreme, even almost surreal. But it just feels like chewing on a piece of high-tech plastic. It has no soul. This flavor is dead. It's trying to control people's taste buds, Zhang Chao. Instead of serving people's emotions, Zhang Chao. In this soup, I can smell the dew from 6 a.m. I remember it now. This is the taste from my childhood, when my grandma cooked me wild vegetable soup by the countryside stove. Back then there was no MSG, no food coloring. Only the most generous gift from the earth.
This dish is called the face of all life. The broth uses aged rice and dried mushrooms that were rejected by old Uncle Zhang, the farmer. They don't look pretty, but after the first frost, they've built up the richest natural sugar. I didn't add a single grain of salt. All the saltiness and savoriness comes from these defective rejects that Boss Lin threw away like trash. The flavor of the future shouldn't be the cold harshness of skyscrapers. It should be when we get old or worn out. We can have a bowl of hot steaming soup that reminds us we haven't forgotten where we came from.
I lost. I thought if I mastered the recipe, I'd mastered the whole world. But what I lost along the way was exactly what I had when I first learned to cook. The first lesson my master taught me was to respect the ingredients. I give Xinglin a perfect score. Not just for his skill, but because he held onto a chef's backbone.
Don't use potatoes if they've sprouted. They're poisonous.
Look, the British Food Association is designating our restaurant as a traditional dietary culture protection base. Many big hotels now want to hire you as a technical consultant. The annual salary they're offering is this much.
Turn them down. These hands are for holding knives and ladles, not for signing contracts.
Boss Sheng, our village cooperative has been established. Now the whole village is learning scientific farming from you. No one dares to lowball our prices anymore.
Uncle, with good vegetables and good people, life gets better. Master, you were right. The end goal of culinary art isn't fame or fortune. It's this bowl of everyday life.
Sun Chong, so this is your foolproof plan? After Xinglin's public lecture, the whole city knows our seasoning packets are full of chemicals. My shop's closed, your reputation's ruined. Boss Lin, don't talk to me about reputation. My life is already destroyed. Now I just want Xinglin to go down with me. Any more ideas? We're almost out of money for groceries. This is the enhanced version of One Drop Fresh I got from a shady workshop. Just one drop in a dish. And even rotten wood will taste like meat. But it has a side effect. Too much creates dependency. Even damages nerves. Getting caught means prison. Scared? We'll sneak this into Xing's family kitchen's back. Then, when customers find poison in Xinglin's food, let's see how his conscientious chef image holds up. Fine. If he won't let us live, we all go down together. Ha 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 ha.
Sun Chong, I gave you many chances to leave this industry, but you had to come back and dirty my kitchen.
Xinglin, you followed me?
I didn't follow you. I know you too well. People like you have no respect for food, only bitterness over failure.
Boss, Call the police. This scum tried to poison our pots.
Not yet. Sun Chong, you always thought. My recipe had a secret, right? Drink this. If you can name the ingredients in this soup, I'll let you go.
Ha 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 ha. Xinglin, what are you pretending to be so noble for? It's just a bowl of plain noodle soup. I could tell with my eyes closed. How is this possible? How can there be no flavor at all? Why is it completely tasteless?
Long-term exposure to those high-concentration synthetic agents has burned out your taste buds. Sun Chong, a chef who can't taste. What's the point of living in this world?
Impossible. I'm a genius chef. It's your noodles that are the problem. What did you add?
I only added salt. It's the greed and poison in your heart that has made you lose the ability to feel the true essence of food.
Lin Feng, stop hiding. When are you going to pay back the money you owe us? Soon. Sun Chong is already taking care of it. Once Shing's little eatery goes under, I'll be back on my feet. Back on your feet? Take a look at this.
Boss Shang, regarding the sabotage by your competitor, do you have anything to say?
I don't want to comment on them. I just want to tell everyone that the first lesson in this profession isn't about knife skills. It's about cultivating your heart. If your heart is rotten, the food you make is poison.
Xinglin, don't get too smug. No one in this day and age will be like you. Stuck by the stove for a lifetime. You can't hold on.
What I'm holding onto isn't the stove, it's the conscience within this small space. Sun Chong, someone like you, will never understand what true satisfaction is.
Boss, thanks to your precautions this time. But what Sun Chong said, nowadays, people really do chase after speed and excitement more and more. Can we really keep going like this?
As long as there's even one person who feels happy. After eating a hot meal, we have to keep going.
Hey, Xiaosheng. The usual, stir-fried pork with chili peppers.
Sure thing. Just a moment, it'll be right up.
It's all noisy outside today. It's still comfortable smelling this place.
Lin Feng and Sun Chong are chasing profit. But what I'm chasing is principle. Where there's principle, there's the way.
What are you doing here? To laugh at me?
I came to give you something.
Egg fried rice? You think I can still eat something like this now?
This is the first meal you sold me, back when you had a stall on Old Street. Lin Feng, you told me back then, you wanted every working person to be able to have a hot meal. You moved too fast and forgot why you started. You didn't lose to me, but to the self who lost its original heart.
Xinglin. I've been a cook my whole life. In the end, I can't even make a bowl of rice right.
This is our chance to learn and improve. Today, I won't teach you how to season. I want each of you to touch with your own hands the vegetables grown from the soil, to feel the fire's heat. Remember, what you hold is not just ingredients, but someone's trust.
Master, what about Sun Chong? He will spend the rest of his life in a world without flavor.
That is the harshest punishment for a chef like him. Sun Chong. In the end, you're just a grain of sand in this vast world. But the craftsman's spirit will be passed down through generations.
Boss Sheng, the new spring bamboo shoots. Freshly dug from the mountain, still with mud on them.
Uncle, these shoots are good. Let's add stewed bamboo shoots with pork tonight.
Boss, several major media outlets want to interview you again. They say you are the last guardian.
Turn them down. I'm no guardian. I'm just a cook. In this era of speed, someone has to slow down. Sun Chong and Lin Feng want to turn the kitchen into a factory, but I believe the warmth of hands can never be replaced by machines.